Welcome back to the Grow Your Nutrition Business podcast. At Healthy Steps Nutrition, we believe something as fundamental as nutrition shouldn't be complicated, which is why we focus on a simple, habit-based approach when working with clients. We help gym owners and nutrition coaches build nutrition programs without reinventing the wheel. I'm your host, Nicole Aucoin, registered dietitian and founder of Healthy Steps Nutrition, CrossFit HSN, and HSN Mentoring. I'm also the author of The Basics of Nutrition Coaching, CrossFit Preferred Nutrition course. In this podcast, I'm going to teach you how to take one step at a time to build a successful nutrition program where you finally feel confident talking about nutrition to your members and your communities. Today, I'm so excited to have one of our own staff, Lindsay McDonald, on the podcast. She is the Chief of Staff at HSN Mentoring and the head mentor. She's actually the first mentor we ever hired, and how we hired her was she was one of the best nutrition coaches, and I said, I need you on our team. She is the lead for every gym going through training to ensure that they are set up for success. And today we are talking about something that you need to be implementing to run a successful nutrition program in your gym. This is a vital piece of the puzzle. Why? Well, the number one thing we hear from gym owners and coaches when they start building a nutrition program is they're just not sure that they're doing the right thing. They don't feel confident. I get it. Even with my master's degree in nutrition, when I started my private practice, I was not positive that it was going to work. It took years and years of practice to ensure that our program is guided, tested, and proven. There's something to be said about with real life experience to gain practice to boost your confidence. One of the best ways to boost your confidence and ensure you're doing it right is role playing. While it is nerve-wracking for some, most people, it is a great way to ensure that you're doing it correctly and you're executing it the best and most professional experience for your clients. Today, we're going to be talking about why you should be role playing, how to role play, and what you should be role playing. As a gym owner, it's easy to evaluate your coaches coaching a class. It is not easy to evaluate a nutrition consult or a free intro with a new potential client, but you need to be doing this. Today, we're going to discuss some of the main scenarios that we've role play and exactly how to do it so you can replicate it in your own gym. If you are struggling to get new clients signed up for your nutrition program, if you are struggling to retain clients or to get clients converted to ongoing coaching after a challenge, this process is guaranteed to help you. We will get to this episode right after this message. Do you know a nutrition coach or a gym owner who's looking to build a nutrition program, but they're not sure where to start? Please send this episode to them. Nutrition is the vital piece of the puzzle when it comes to helping your clients achieve the transformation that they are looking for. And if you don't have a solid nutrition program, you are missing out on supporting your clients reaching their results, and your business is losing revenue. I hear it from gym owners every single day that they just have informal conversations about nutrition, or they say nutrition is really important and then they skip over exactly what clients should be doing and how to support them, and they go right into let's get a workout in the gym. Or they run nutrition challenges and the nutrition program ends at the end of the challenge. You and I both know that your clients need more support than an informal conversation, and they will pay for it. If you don't believe me, go listen to episode 85 with Olaf from Black Sheep Athletics, an 8-year affiliate owner who built a nutrition program during the pandemic. And he said the biggest bright spot since implementing a nutrition program is how thankful his clients are. You have to listen to that story, but enjoy this episode first. Lindsay, welcome back to the Grow Your Nutrition Business podcast.
Thank you so much. It's been too long.
It really has. The last time we recorded an episode, I think you were actually down here in South Florida at our HQ location. And it's been way too long since you've been down here.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago.
Darn it, COVID. All right.
I know.
Well, we have some important things to get to today. You have been leading the charge with role playing in the mentoring program. Why is role playing important?
Oh my gosh. Where do I start? It's so important because I think a lot of people know that it can help, but they don't understand how to even get started with the process or who to do role play with. And I would say my main takeaway from what I've seen is that it's helping gym owners and nutrition coaches build their confidence in having specific conversations with potential clients and members. It allows them to practice different scenarios, to get comfortable with what they're asking, what they're presenting, and how to troubleshoot any potential hesitations that come their way. So why not do that now?
Yes. Yes. Okay. So you're specifically talking role play in the free intro process, which is one of
Yes.
so the mentoring process, we ended up like realizing, hey, gym owners need more time with this.
Mhm.
Like we need to help them more one-on-one with this. So we added an additional mentoring call where we're just role playing, and it has literally been a game changer for the gyms going through training over the past few months because they're already getting people bought in on nutrition before they even launch their programs because they've nailed this process down.
Yeah, it's the most important conversation I feel that gym owners are going to have with those members is that initial touch point. That makes all the impression.
And then it translates into role playing with the initial consultation, which is the last step of the training process, the coach evaluation with one of our dietitians on staff, Kayla, who's absolutely amazing. And then it transitions into role playing the initial challenge conversations and the ongoing challenge conversations, follow ups. I mean, if you're struggling to get people bought in on your nutrition program or converted over to a challenge, let's go back to the basics. Show me what you are doing and let's help tweak the process. I think so many times we are so stuck in like, okay, this is what I'm doing. It works, but maybe it really doesn't work, or maybe you can do it better so that you can really truly guide people to get bought in on the best option to help them reach their goals. And what you're specifically talking about, the free intro, I mean, it really translates into everything.
It does. It lays that groundwork. And I think every subsequent conversation a coach ends up having with a client down the road, if it has been strong from the get-go in terms of what their journey ideally could and should be, it makes every conversation that much easier, honestly.
I think, from a gym owner standpoint, it is so easy to evaluate coaches, right? You sit down, you take a class, and then you're like, okay, this is working, or no, this is not the same experience that I want. And you give them feedback and give them processes. But in a one-on-one consultation process, it's not natural. And you're not sitting down next to another coach who's doing a free intro. You're not sitting down in the challenge meetings and listening to a coach do the conversion, let alone if you are a gym owner, you probably have appointed someone else to do the nutrition coaching. So you don't even know what it should or could look like. And when you role play, it allows you to see, okay, this is exactly what I want this process to look like. Or, man, we are doing something completely different. And that is the reason why this person is not signing up for nutrition and fitness. And the truth is it makes sense why people struggle with this. Like, we're in the business to help people, not sell people. And when you can shift your mindset to, I'm actually not selling them, I'm helping them by giving them the best option to reach their goals, the process becomes so much less salesy, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. I think most people will walk in and they know what they want. They may not know what they need. And I think that's the role of that first person who they speak to, is really unveiling what they need to get them to where they want to be. And that consistent message is absolutely crucial. Absolutely crucial. I talked to a gym owner once, and he said, very much to your point, how can I evaluate how my free intro staff is hosting those free intros, because I can't just sit in on them and just listen. I think that'd be awkward for that member. And I said, well, what about role play with them? Have that incorporated in your staff meetings. Do it on a mentoring call and set that standard. And it never occurred to him that would be an option.
So I want to start off with an example of one of the gyms in Florida, actually, who the nutrition coach is absolutely amazing. I love her, Nicole. She's just like such a breath of fresh air and just so positive. I mean, goodness, like she needs to be helping every single person in that community. But the problem was is she really struggled getting people bought in on the nutrition program. And the way it worked, prior to us having this free intro call, is the person, Daniel, who does all of the free intros for the gym, would get people started on ramp and fitness. And then they would send them to Nicole to do like a second free intro. So they called it like a no snack intro or whatever. Well, the problem is literally 0 people signed up for their nutrition program at the beginning because they just got sold on fitness being the way to get them reaching their goals. And Daniel knows, like like we had a conversation and I was like, all right, Daniel, you talk to me. Like if someone works with Nicole and does fitness, are they going to see better results? Yes. Right. Do you believe that Nicole can help clients? Absolutely. Do you know how she can help clients? Yep. Do you know about our nutrition program? Yep. Okay. So you literally have all the pieces of the puzzle. We just need to restructure how you are doing your free intros and guide people to the option to best help them and make it so easy to sign up on day one. So we do the free intro process, or I talked to him about this. I'm like, okay, we really need to understand the why behind what they want and what does success look like for them? Why do they want that? How is their life going to change? Like we go through all the questions, right? And then I'm like, all right, pretend I'm someone that walked in the door. Let's do it. And he sits there for a second and I'm like, all right, I'm here. Like, let's do it. And he was so charismatic and so relatable and just like such an awesome human being. But we didn't really dig into the goals. And then the struggle was when we got that sales process, I'm like, hey, we just figured out this transformation package, like guide me to this option. And then we talked about, okay, what went really awesome. He did an amazing job. And then I'm like, okay, this is what needs to change and let me know how it goes. The next 4 people that came in got signed up for nutrition and fitness on day one. And it wasn't that he didn't have all the tools in his toolbox. He just didn't know, like the processes weren't all there to guide people to get started on day one. And that is like one of many stories. I know recently you had Karen from B3 CrossFit come into our Facebook group and talk about her journey. And she'd been running the program for a while. She actually bought the gym from another couple who had been running the program. And she also struggled to get people signed up for nutrition on day one.
She did. And she was fantastic on that event. I mean, she bought the gym, I think, really close to COVID. And I think she was in a stage for quite a while where it was just keeping your head above water and just, being happy that people are coming through the gym. And, finally, when she was ready to grow that side of her program, it was her looking at her prices first and foremost, right? Like, does it reflect the amount of time that she's putting in, and having a clear offer, having that clear one recommendation that's going to get people to what they want to achieve. The other thing was being more confident in how she was speaking to people. So similar to when you were speaking to Nicole and Daniel, was it? About, do you know about the program? Are you confident that they will get results? Karen is the owner of the gym and nutrition coach and everything else. She does everything at that gym. So she knows that people working with her for one-on-one coaching, for group classes, and one-on-one coaching for nutrition is the best way to get them to where they need to be. So her verbiage in that free intro, where it could have been, here's your options if you want, or we have 3 options to get started, to a more, this is what you need. Here's how we're going to get you started today. This is the best solution to get you to where you want to be. Here you go. And then yes, yes, yes. And I think she went from, was it 8 clients in April? She's somewhere around 22 or 23 the last time we spoke. And I haven't talked to her this month, so I'm excited to see where she is. But it was all refining that intake process, doing role play on the call, and going into those free intros with a confident game plan and knowing that it is the best solution for those individuals.
She ended up, so we did the math for her, and she went from like less than 20% of people signing up for nutrition to over 75% of new clients signing up for nutrition from this single piece of the puzzle. The actual nutrition program didn't change. Like everything is still the same. It's just she went into the conversations more confidently guiding people to get started. We have another gym up in New York, and there's two owners. One of them reached out to me and said, "Hey Nicole, we're kind of struggling with this, with getting people signed up for nutrition on day one. Can you help us?" Yes, of course. So we go through, we redo their sales binder. So it's not just price sheets. It's a binder showing the successes, and it's less about the package, more about the transformation. If you take anything from this podcast, what you are delivering is a service to help clients reach their goals. You're not selling them a CrossFit membership. You're selling them you're not even selling them. You're guiding them to help them reach the transformation they want. And we can all agree, every single person listening to this podcast can agree, nutrition, fitness, and accountability, those three pieces of the puzzle are the biggest thing. So we end up, we end up role playing on a training intensive. And then we end up role playing with someone else during this call. And then the owner reaches back out to me and he's like, "Nicole, this new process is on fire." And now you reached out to me this morning saying like they got 5 people in the past like 2 weeks signed up for nutrition and fitness.
It was mere days after they spoke to you. So it was Mark, the other owner, and he had 5 free intros in a row, and all 5 signed up for a 12-week transformation, one of which signed up for the higher accountability package. So it was 5 for 5 within 3 to 4 days after that call. So
it freaking works. If people it makes me so excited when we hear these stories, because I'm like, thank you for taking action. It's kind of like nutrition clients, right? Like if they do the work, it will work. But if they don't do the work, then your program doesn't work. And it to me, like it makes my heart so happy when I see gym owners getting people started with nutrition and fitness, because their clients are going to be more successful. Every single person can agree. Lindsay, I have to tell you, so I did a free intro role play call last week. Lindsay and I do all the free intro role plays. And I would say like, I love listening to yours, Lindsay. But I did this one with Ashley. She's an independent coach. She has her PN1, PN2. She has so much knowledge in her head about nutrition, right? Like she's awesome, but she's never been able to turn it into a business. And I had a free call with her, like to sign up for mentoring. And I was like, listen, you don't need any more nutrition education. You need the business support so that you can actually start helping people in your community and making a living off of nutrition coaching. Like you have a passion for this. Like we just need to get the business side dialed in, and you're good. You're going to sail. Your ship is going to sail so fast. So we do the free intro process and the role play. And I've never had someone do so good in the first half of it. Like really the motivational interviewing, finding out my why, like finding out how important it was going to be for like my husband and kids. And like, it was like, I had goosebumps starting. I'm like, man, and Jason, my husband, even walked by the room and started listening. He's like, holy cow, this girl is good.
That's awesome.
It was amazing. But then we turned to the sales piece, and then it got real uncomfortable for her. And afterwards she's like, I didn't feel comfortable with that process. I'm like, Ashley, you are amazing. You are going to help so many people because you have all of the skills and knowledge. We just need to get you comfortable with people, like guiding people to sign up for your program. Like that's it. So we role played it again, and she left the call feeling so much more confident. And I think that's the way a lot of people are, right? Like we know that we can help people, but if you don't feel confident in the sales process, you will get no one to sign up for your program.
Yeah. And I think a lot of owners know that, but there's so many things on their to-do list already. So when are you going to carve out that time to really perfect that conversation? When are you going to tackle that free intro? Because as you said, it's one thing. The coaching of the program is not changing. The resources that you have at your fingertips is not, well, it's always changing, it's always growing, but that's staying consistent. It is that initial conversation that we can easily assist with. And I would say a common struggle that gyms have, or that I've heard, is getting pre-existing member buy-in to a brand new program, right? So take Karen's gym, for example. She went to 70% of her membership on a hybrid program, and those pre-existing members seeing all these new people come on board, seeing success, seeing results, really getting the full package of one-on-one support, imagine how that's going to resonate for people that have been there for months, years, that are maybe a little bit more stubborn to make a change or to really capture on an upcoming event, say a challenge or something like that. I think it's so profound, and it's not just helping brand new people, which it absolutely is. It's making an impact on what your gym is now about moving forward.
1000%. If you're not
Yeah.
highlighting the people that you want other people to be like in your member highlights, on your blog, in your social media, if you're not highlighting nutrition clients, why in the world would people sign up for nutrition? They don't know that you're going to be able to help them. But if you're talking about it often and new people, existing people are seeing the new people surpass them and feel better, then why not? Like it will eventually get more people bought into your program. Lindsay, I think one thing that you help with a lot, and we're actually doing a webinar this month, in September on challenge conversions. And we've switched all of our webinars. So they're not webinars anymore. It's interactive role playing with coaches. Cause I'm like, we're done with a one-way conversation. I want to put coaches on the spot and get them uncomfortable or comfortable with being uncomfortable. Like, let's just get them involved in this conversation because they're going to actually walk away so much more confident. So Lindsay, we're doing a interactive training on conversion to ongoing coaching. And so many gyms will launch nutrition challenges and their program ends at the end of the challenge. And there are a few main reasons why that happens. And one is that you don't invest the time into people individually during that challenge to show them how you can help them after the challenge is over. And it starts with an initial meeting, but then it ends with this follow-up meeting, right? That you have like, okay, here's all the awesome things that you've done. And here's really where you want to go and why you want to be there and how your life will change. You figure that out at the beginning meeting. And then you guide them to upgrade to nutrition and fitness. You did this with a gym that was in training, and there's a lot of structure things with challenges that we recommend to make this process a little bit easier. But this gym severely undercharged for their challenge, white belt. And then you helped them, role played with them. They had 100% conversion to ongoing coaching with everyone that did those final meetings. And it was because that coach role played with you and felt so confident going into these conversations of how she could help people after the challenge was over.
Yeah, I think what some coaches do with a challenge event is look to the short term. What can we accomplish in the next 4 weeks? What can we accomplish in the next 6 weeks? Which absolutely I think we should capture. But the more important conversation is, what are your longer term goals, your 3-month, your 6-month, your 1 year? You and I sit here together in 1 year. Where do you want to be? And then when your challenge ends, having that conversation to really celebrate how far they've come. But now, where could they go moving forward? Where will they go moving forward with you as their accountability partner? And really highlighting. So what this coach did a really great job in terms of highlighting the pieces of the challenge that members loved and just making that just more specific to individual coaching. You loved this aspect? Perfect. You're going to get more of that in one-on-one coaching, and people loved it because they saw what they could achieve in a group environment, right? So it's being confident with what you were able to give them in a group setting and knowing that they will do better in a one-on-one environment moving forward.
I think this is such an important piece of the puzzle that so many coaches miss out on, because a challenge is a really great opportunity to launch and kickstart a nutrition program, kickstart someone's journey. But you should have at least 50% of your people converting to ongoing coaching because they didn't learn every single thing that they need during the challenge. We all know that a challenge is going to give someone a great kickstart, but the magic happens with individual coaching after the challenge is over. The problem is if you don't have the specific tools and resources and systems to support you and help you feel confident converting people to ongoing coaching, you're never going to be able to do that.
No. And why not practice that with one of us and work out any issues that there might be, gain that confidence as opposed to practicing that with a paid client, right?
Especially if you have multiple people involved with the process. I did a mentoring call recently with a gym, and the coach was on the call and the owner was on the call. And we were talking about the free intro. We helped them revamp the sales binder. And then we did a free intro with a coach. And at the end, I was like, owner, is this the way you do it? And he goes, not at all. I do something very different.
Yeah.
And then we did what he did. And then we talked about, okay, what did the coach do well? What did the owner do well? Let's combine this. But really, here's where you guys have a huge opportunity to continue to guide new people to get started with nutrition and fitness. Not one person was signing up for nutrition and fitness from the coach's free intros. So what was she doing? They were selling the same exact thing. What was she doing differently than the owner? And how can we make sure that there's a consistent experience and that you're truly providing people with the best option to help them reach their goals? And, I think one of the biggest struggles we have with free intros or nutrition coaching in general, like price objecting, right? Like, oh, that's going to be too expensive. Oh, it's like, how do you know? You don't know someone's financial situation, and what's your health worth? What's your happiness worth? I mean, there's so many other things that go into helping someone reach the transformation they want beyond a weight loss goal. To me, it's never about that. It's about what their life will be like after they've lost the weight. How are their relationships? How are they going to be at work? How's their confidence? How's their relationship with their spouse? I mean, all of these other things that happen when you're a part of that journey and you can help them on the road.
Yeah, I think they'll easily say it is about weight loss, but if you just take that time to dig just a little bit deeper, it's something way more emotional than that. Absolutely.
Lindsay, you help gyms in every gym going through training right now is getting this free intro call. We've added it to the training process a couple months ago. It is a super important piece of the puzzle, but existing gyms are now reaching out saying like, Nicole, we need help.
Yeah.
So they can purchase a role play call with you to help dial in the details of the puzzle and make sure everyone on staff is on the same page. Because likely what happens in a lot of gyms, it's not the nutrition coach or the gym owner that do the free intros. It's another coach who might not be at all in the know of the nutrition program, which is even more important. They hear it directly from us. Let us role play with them. Let us practice so that they can screw up with us and then start getting people signed up for the best option to reach their goals.
And that's a huge piece right there. And it's not because they're not interested or they don't support the program. It's just because they're not in the thick of it and they don't know how to speak to it the same way that a nutrition coach does. And the feedback I've had from those individuals is loving using something like the pricing binder where it's all laid out. It's already laid out for them. Visuals of people that have already seen awesome success, Google reviews, success stories, and really asking if that member is ready to take action. I think it just simplifies that process and just helps it become more consistent. People speak passionately about what they know. So a lot of longer standing free intro staff, they know fitness and they speak to it very well. They're super passionate. They feel really confident. My goal is to have them get the same passion and the same confidence when now talking about a holistic coaching experience at their facility.
I love that. I think thank you so much for helping all these gyms. I know you and I both get like equally excited when we get the emails from coaches and gym owners that are like, this is happening. And just like the momentum right now with all these gyms, like nutrition programs worldwide are growing. And if yours is not growing or you are missing this piece of the puzzle, you are missing the boat. And Lindsay, you're doing an amazing job helping all these gym owners. I can't wait to continue to share all of the stories of these gyms that are truly transforming clients' lives through nutrition, fitness, and accountability. Thank you. Thank you for sharing all of your nuggets about free intros. Is there any final things that you want to share?
Just if you haven't taken action yet on that, please do. It's going to help you immensely. There is no downside for booking one of those calls. I shouldn't have a favorite, but it honestly is my favorite call type to date because of the excitement that I can just feel at the end of the call. And then when I check in 24, 48 hours later and see proof of the value of the call in such a short turnaround time, your heart grows, Nicole. My heart is just out of my chest when I read that stuff. So do yourself a favor, book those calls. Let us help you. Let us be your guinea pig, and let us really get you to that next level. Absolutely.
Love it. Lindsay, thank you for all that you do. You are such a breath of fresh air and helping so many gyms. So thank you for everything.
Thanks for having me today. It's the highlight of my Monday.
Well, there you have it. We all need to be role-playing. Role-playing is a vital piece of the puzzle when it comes to building confidence and ensure consistency. To build and scale a nutrition program, or really any program, you need to feel confident in the service that you're providing. And you need to be able to provide a consistent service between your members. It's even more important when you have multiple nutrition coaches or multiple people involved in the sales process. If you are an HSN mentoring client, you can purchase an additional call where we just role play. Maybe it's just role playing the free intro. Everyone in your free intro process should be on this call. It's an eye-opening experience for everyone, and you want to make sure that you are setting your program up for success. If you're not an HSN mentoring client, but are realizing, oh man, I need help, HSN has a turnkey solution to train gym owners and coaches to build a nutrition program. Summer is over, school is back in session, parents are looking to get back into their routines. Now is the time to be thinking about how to support your clients truly reach the transformation they are looking for. It includes 3 pieces of the puzzle: fitness, nutrition, and accountability. When you offer these 3 pieces of the puzzle, your clients will see the results they are looking for. Not only that, they're going to be happier. They're going to refer more people, and you're able to add a revenue stream and be able to help pay your coaches more to live the lifestyle that they want. In order to build a successful nutrition program, you need the structure, you need the coaching staff, and the systems to deliver an awesome program. That's where HSN Mentoring comes in. The Healthy Steps Nutrition Mentoring Framework focuses on 6 pillars: structuring, brand awareness and marketing, coach development, launching your program, retaining your clients, and expansion. You need all 6 of these to build a thriving nutrition program. Role-playing should be a part of all 6 of these pillars. To see how it works with HSN, and if you're a gym owner, book a free call with me, click the link in the show notes. I hope you enjoyed this episode all on role-playing, and I challenge you to start role-playing, whether it be with another coach or a gym owner or even your significant other. The more practice you have, the more confident you will start feeling. We have the opportunity to help transform so many people's lives, and it really does come down to nutrition, fitness, and accountability. You need all 3 of these pieces of the puzzle. I hope you enjoyed this episode all on role-playing. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you enjoyed this episode, please leave me a review. I love reading all of these reviews, and it helps us reach more people. So leave a 5-star review and write a review so that this podcast can reach more gym owners and help more people build thriving nutrition programs. We'll see you back here next week.